Where is the change of direction coming from? Because you were initially supposed to have held the protest together on the 18th of February.
Sure.
Where has the sudden turn around come from?
Oh, okay. Like I stated, in any plan, okay, there's a strategy. Okay? And even here, if you come up with a formula, we might disagree. But the two of us can agree. You agree to because it's a collective agreement. But later on, we need to review. So at some point, we had a meeting to review. Is this route that we are taking necessary? Is it going to give us the necessary tangible results at the end of the day? So when we did the critical analysis, we discovered that at the end of the day, we have a huge obligation beyond besides the recruitment process. We have members that are already on the payroll with the government. We have other critical stakeholders that supports the healthcare system in Zambia. And looking at our overall pictures, health practitioners, the way we are trained, we uphold high ethical consideration. We took oath. So all these issues, putting them together, we felt we need dialogue. Okay? At the end of the day, if we don't do it properly, it's going to affect everyone, even the general public.
Let's get to the relationship that you've shared with the Ministry of Health. How would you describe the relationship that you currently share with the Ministry of Health? Because I'm aware the last time Dr. Sampa was here, he mentioned, because the first time you were here with Dr. Sampa representing the consortium, well, he mentioned with Mr. Kamfa here, he mentioned that you had been writing to the ministry, but you have not been receiving, haven't been getting feedback from the ministry. Has that changed? Do you now receive feedback when you write to the ministry? And just how is the current relationship that you share with the ministry?
Thank you very much. We initially wrote 2 letters to the ministry. The first one, we are requesting to have a meeting with the minister. Unfortunately, we never received any feedback from her. And the second time, we wrote another one, and we also requested for a meeting, and we indicated that we were going to protest if at all she doesn't respond to our letter. Again, that letter was not responded to. And we had a meeting now, a final one, when we were supposed to decide whether we go into the streets or maybe write another one. So we indicated that we are going to write a third letter, which we are going to direct to the PS, requesting now a meeting with the PS, who is going to give us a channel of connection with the minister. So it was at that moment when our friends started to go into the streets. And the minister eventually called us. We had a meeting with the minister, and a lot of issues were discussed beyond recruitment, because as we earlier on stated, ours is not only recruitment, ours is beyond recruitment. There are quite a lot of issues that we may want the ministry actually to partner with us, because we believe...
What are the issues that you discussed with the minister?
I was personally one of the... I was in that meeting, okay, but the direct physical meeting with the minister. And like what my colleague had stated, the ministry is very much willing to coordinate with everybody. Okay. You see, when you have misinformation, or when you have lack of proper channel of communication, it becomes a challenge. Okay. We stated our position that we had these challenges to access your office, but then she gave us an assurance, say, her office is open to everybody. As I'm speaking, a lot of association bodies have managed to see the minister as individual association bodies. A number of them. So the only one that was pending was the collective, the consortium that we're talking about. But when we met, she assured us, she gave us the direction, say, the ministry cannot do without us. Like I said, we already have people that are in the system. These colleagues that
when did you meet the minister?
The very day of protest.
The very day that the doctors took to the streets?
Yes.
That's when you met him?
Yes, around 10 somewhere there. We had a physical meeting with the minister. And everything was called.
Doesn't that raise suspicions that perhaps there's some underhand hand that is dividing the health professionals? Because then why didn't you If the minister did agree to be met around 10 hours, why didn't you perhaps just inform your colleagues that don't proceed with the protest? We have set an appointment with the minister and she's agreed to meet.
That was done accordingly. Like I said, we had the meeting before. Like he earlier mentioned, we agreed so we are not going to take this route of protest because we have got a huge obligation at hand. Okay? But then, despite us being a consortium, we have got our respective mandate to take care of our members where we're coming from. Just like in a home. Okay? It's the duty of the father to ensure that the family, that household is protected. The moment the member of the family goes out to the community to cause chaos, who's going to be held responsible? It's the father of that household.
Do you regard what the resident doctors, do you regard what the unemployed doctors did to protest, do you regard it as something that is justifiable?
No, we can't comment on their behalf. Like I said, we define strategies. But all we can speak of is the route that we've taken.